Hello to my Taurus. All right, Taurus. Earth sign fixed, ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, and aesthetics. You all are the I have sign. You're the I have sign, ruling the second house with resources, possessions, money. So if you have possessions and money already, you want to make sure you are not connected to any karmics that are causing you to operate in a spirit of greed that could throw you into their karmic cycle. So any issues that you have not resolved within yourself around possessions and money, you want to make sure you resolve those things. That's right. Make sure you want to resolve those things. Let's get into it. Let's get right into it. I start each day excited for what's in store. You're operating by faith and not fear. By faith. By faith, right? So yeah, Taurus rules the second house, and that's the house of resources, possession, and money. So if you already have possessions and money and you got energies around you that's greedy, y'all may want to watch the show American Greed. There's a lot of videos on YouTube around American Greed on YouTube. Go watch some of those episodes. You could be connected to some karmics that could be getting you in some trouble. Trouble. 1, 2, 3, stepping stones. You are on your way. So you are in a distinct path and you're well on your way to your goal. So pay attention to the details as each choice you make presents a small part of the big picture. The little things matter. So take a moment right now to close your eyes and visualize a path in front of you leading you to your heart's desire. This is where you're operating in unity. This color violet here. A lot of people don't even realize that for real what the enemy meant for evil. The enemy is not another human being. The enemy is the devil. That carnal mind, that fear, doubt within yourself, something you haven't resolved within yourself. What the enemy meant for evil, Source really is turning it around for your good. That move you were trying to make, that job you wanted to apply for, that thing you wanted to do, it usually happens, and that's not all the time, in ways that makes you feel very uncomfortable, in a way that just you feel like, okay, I never saw something coming, boom. Okay, but when I look at it, you've always wanted to move there. You've always wanted to be in this space. You've always wanted to do such and such. It doesn't always happen like that, especially since you all are a very patient sign. You would kind of sort of rather things just happen the way, in your own time. But remember, looking at your cards, a lot of it is if you're still connected to karmic relationships in your family, friends, these relationships, Source is going to break all of that up this year. This is the year number 9. It's going to break all of these karmic relationships up, whether you want it to happen or not. However it's going to happen, death is going to happen, the end of something. It's not always a physical death. Something could happen where you're just saying, oh gosh, I never saw this friendship ending. I never saw such and such ending. Because Source wants the best. Source wants the best, right? That creator inside of you wants the best for you. 2 energies are on the side of you. Here we have the page. A message is coming to you. A message is coming to you. Here's this page of wands here. Messages keep coming down to you. Messages keep coming down to you in your spirit. So it's like the people are on the side of people, feeding lies into people's ears. And people are looking for you, Taurus, to help them. You. Something about your spirit, I'm telling you, our Source is trying to get you all to break generational cycles, chains, and curses. And I'm telling you, Source is going to bust up these karmic relationships in a way that some of y'all, it's going to anger. I'm telling you, this fire right here, it's like Source is putting some fire up under some people. Source is putting some fire because this is the path that you're on, unification. Source is putting a crown chakra. Something about Source keeps saying that you come from a bloodline of royalty that is talking about connecting energies to better your legacy. And you still got people who are operating in their lower chakras that's out of aligning, judging, competing, comparing, throwing you right in the middle of some mess. All right, y'all. They keep doing an injustice to you. Your ancestors just keep trying to tell you, like, take the blindfolds off. What a lot of people miss about this particular card here is that your third eye is open. Your third eye is open. You have a spirit of discernment, right? Take the blindfolds off. This right here connects us with the heart chakra. There's still some energy in your ear and other people's ear about an ex because they have an issue with your exes or ex. Not Mr. because you have an issue with your exes. You're just not speaking up. You're sitting there with blindfolds on, just listening, just in receiving mode. So say, what are you benefiting from in receiving mode? You have a title of being a part of a team, but zero authority. So it's just trying to tell somebody is like, listen, some energies are basically treating some of you all, Taurus, as if you don't have a mind of your own. That's what they're treating you all, like you some little kid. This is Paige right here, like you some little kid and can't make up your own mind. Save yourself, because Source is trying to tell you, you have ancestors. That's basically your ancestors. These are people who have crossed bodies of water for you. See, this right here is water. These ancestors have crossed bodies of water on both sides of your family. They're saying take the blindfolds off. These energies are operating from their lower chakras, solar plexus chakras. Something about what you having to do is going to cross bodies of water and bring people together. But somebody is still in this, sitting there, letting people just in your ear, thinking you're a part of a team and you don't have any authority. You just have a title of son, daughter, mom, dad, cousin, but you have a purpose. So Source is saying, you're going to be grateful that you spoke up. You're going to be grateful that you spoke up, because either a soulmate is in your life right now or they coming across your path. They are somehow going to put a fire. Source knew exactly who to put in your path. Somebody who has psychic abilities, who has a very nurturing spirit. Source knows exactly who to put in your path that put a fire up under you, because something about their energy nurtures your spirit. Something about their energy nurtures your spirit. Right? That's going to help you to get up. When you lay down one night, you're going to wake up and you're going to say, you know what? I can do this. I'm tossing all of this chaos and confusion into a burning bowl. I'm not torn in half where I feel like I'm just like, I don't know who to believe and what to believe. I have my own mind. I can do this. Yeah, so Source is saying, yeah, you found your star. You found your star. Somebody nurtures you in a way that you need to be nurtured, like in a very nurturing, take your time, process your thoughts, go back into, like as the moon waxes and wanes through these zodiac signs every 2.5 days, you need time to kind of sort of go into your shell and just kind of sort of be in receiving mode to process your emotions. But if you're around people who are constantly just blowtorching you, and I got to use the term blowtorching, I know it's a little exaggerated. But if you're constantly around people who blowtorching, you can't get your rest. You can't even process your own thoughts. They're basically trying to tell you how to think. Basically, it's their way or the highway. No, it is not. No, it is not. They're constantly just hammering constantly, breathing down the back of your neck like a dragon. So, but you do have a loved one on the other side, a loved one that's overseeing some things. You have an ancestor on the other side that's overseeing some things, and they have your back. Yeah. Some people have gone down a rabbit hole and realized that you bought into some kind of fairy tale that ended up being a nightmare. And these energies are still treating you like you still some little kid that's sitting down with somebody, sat down and read a fairy tale to you. But now today when you read that same fairy tale, you're like, oh my God, this is a freaking nightmare. This is not a fairy tale. Like, I'm sitting there smiling like, oh, read it again, under a spell and don't even know what you're listening to. But now when you read it through an adult lens, you're going to be like, oh God, no. Right? So, yeah. So a lot of people buy into fairy tales and it ends up being a nightmare for them of this divide. Right? So Source is saying you're going to feel very fortunate, that you are on this path that your ancestors set you on. They are united. Some of them came to united spaces. So for some of you all, they could have come to United States of America. Some of them could have come to a united space, and just the very unification that's been in your spirit. But then you still got some energies around you, karmic, relationships. Some of you all, and again, I know I'm talking to people on different, different parts of the world, but wherever you are, you're something about unity connects for you. Just humanity, unity connects for you, but you're still around some karmic relationship. You're tied to their karma because they haven't resolved something within themselves. They're not ready to do the shadow work. They're not ready to do the shadow work. They like the title and position of saying they're older than you are. They've been on earth longer. Age doesn't equate to wisdom. They like to say they got more money, they got more degrees, they got more this and that, but so on and so forth. But Source said you have wisdom and you have the whole world in front of you. See this right here? Both sides of your family crossed the body of water. They had to operate in faith. Third eye, use their spirit of discernment to cross a body of water. This is your ancestors, right? This is you. This moon right here symbolizes secrets. They didn't know what lies ahead. A lot of them had to cross the water in the dark. They had no idea what was lurking underneath. Sharks, they didn't know what was going on. What was going to happen when they got to the other side. Now you are enlightened. Look at all of this. Now you're anticipating expansion. So it's just saying I feel like somebody may be scared of how big of an assignment you have. I don't know who this is for, but somebody is terrified of the assignment that they have, but you're built for it because you have the patience for it. You have and a lot of it is going to come to you, actually. A lot of it because your ancestors already set it up that way for it to come to you. I don't know who you are, but your ancestors have already set it up. You just needed some energies around you that's why some of you all now, your spirit is starting to realize, wow, that's why you all were attracted to certain energies and couldn't figure out for the life of you why, because they had that spirit of unity. They have that spirit of unity. You may have mistaken attraction for like lust or I'm attracted to that person in a like in that sense, but your spirit was attracted to your mission was attracted to their mission. But you're waking up. You're waking up now. So you're going to feel very fortunate that you have some ideas. It's like you had ideas of who's behind what. You also have ideas who's in front of something, right? So now you're starting to wake up. Now somebody is waking up. There is a karmic couple who has been responsible for this divide. You'd be surprised at how couples come together in their karmic relationships. They won't break up. They won't go resolve their own issues and go. They still tied to a particular belief system and loop everybody into their karma. So it's just saying you're about to cut ties with these karmic relationships who have been lying to you, whether they're family, friends, people you're familiar with, whomever, it doesn't matter, because your assignment is much bigger than you thought. Yeah, your card is the Hierophant card for a reason. Like you all have... Yeah, somebody's spiritual assignment is a lot deeper than somebody realizes. You think you're just doing surface stuff here and there. But I feel like to some degree somebody may be a little afraid to really follow their north node, their star, right? And so we're in a year of 9, and the number 9, the ninth house is about adventure. It's about travel. It's about higher education. So it's just trying to increase someone's not their education around spirituality. And there's some energies who are acting like teenagers. We're talking about solar plexus chakra, who are operating in the flesh, who cannot move beyond their own fear, doubt, uncertainty of just being unified. They're still in this whole mindset of division. And so you know who's behind it, but that's not what your ancestors planned. And they are about to put pause on these energies here, for real. Like they've been overseeing, and I'm saying that jokingly, but like they are at a space where they've been watching you get to your throne. They've been watching you get to your throne. This is the King of Wands here. They've been watching you get to your throne, building your confidence to get you prepared for love in your life to come across your path to help you to help you on your journey, that's going to nurture you in every way. Sacral chakra, sexually, emotionally, when you feel joy. People can even see a pep in your step. They can see things happening for you, like the way that you, like they don't have a problem speaking and learning your love language, because they know you have a big assignment on your life. They know there's stepping stones to this. So you start each day excited for what is in store. You're operating in faith, not by fear. Source is saying some energies put some fear into you, that if you align yourself with this group of people, if you align yourself with that group of people, then that's everything is going to come tumbling down. That is a lie straight from the pit of hell. That's a lie. That's a lie. You're going to feel very fortunate that you have energies in your life that's speaking that your love language, that want to speak your love language. So you found your star. All right, North Node. That's what I'm saying. You found your star. You found your North Node. Yeah. Collaboration, not competition. Who are you competing with except the person in the mirror? These energies are still in that competition mess. That's because they haven't found their North Node. But guess what? You can pray for them that they find their North Node as well. They still competing, comparing this. They don't want to align themselves with people. Still in the dark. Poor things. Yeah, there's an Aries involved in something. Because their way or the highway. Whoever the Aries is. Yeah. Aries is some of you all could be on the cusp of Aries. And the image, when you're on the cusp, I'm talking to you wherever Taurus is in your birth chart, or any of your houses, wherever Taurus is in your birth chart. But for my cuspers, there's an image that goes along with these decons, right? And I talked about decons in past videos. I may do another video on decons. But if you're on the cusp of Aries and Taurus, the image is power. So if you're aligned with a low vibrating Aries, that is all about, which is in there the I am sign, like you all are the I have sign. They have a God complex, like a kid who did not get their way, so they're throwing tantrums. I'm gonna throw a tantrum until I have what I want, right? So imagine if you're not on the cusp, but you're karmically aligned, have a karmic tie to an energy like that. They're gonna keep on lying to you in your ear, staying connected to their karmic ties in your ear until they have what you have, right? So it's just saying somebody is just now waking up, but if you were a high vibrating Aries, they're using their power for good, not for evil. They have resolved whatever they needed to, whatever karmic cycle they got going through, because they know, hey, karma, that nobody escapes karma. Nobody. So source is saying to you, you have found your star. You have found your star. You found your North Node. So you're learning how to pour into yourself. You're learning how to pour into you. Source is just saying all you have to do is learn how to take your power back. Like this energy right here, turn your back to it. You're not giving it any air whatsoever. You're leading with compassion. Like, no, you're a compassionate person. You're not even trying to hear that conversation. Your ancestors have it. And that's what I'm saying. Somebody going to go to sleep one night and wake up the next day and say, no, I ain't trying to hear all of that. Your ancestors have it. He's like, listen, you know who's responsible for everything. You're gonna wake up one night and say, you know what, you're surrendering to source inside of you. If you're first decon Taurus, your image is manifestation, right? Your image is manifestation. I'm not gonna get too much into this because I'm gonna do a video on a second channel about it. But if you're a second decon, it's teacher, right? If your third decon Taurus, is natural. The image is like everything just comes natural for you. And if you're on the cusp of Taurus / Gemini, your image is energy, right? Your image is energy. The image that you have of yourself and other people have is energy. So yeah, you can be cutting ties with two energies. You can be cutting ties as it relates to two energies. You don't even want to be involved in. So it's like somebody don't even want to be in the middle of something. Like in order to protect your peace, you're like, I don't even want to be in the middle of something. I don't want to hear about it. Don't bring me nothing. Right? That's how your money is going to increase. You don't want to be in the middle of nothing. Yeah. And so somebody's going to be disappointed that they can't use you as a pawn in their game. Some people are going to be disappointed that they cannot use you as a pawn in their game. And that's when the tower is going to fall. because people jump to conclusions thinking that they can keep you in the middle of some mess when Source has a bigger plan for you. That people pulling out one arm, got the other arm pulled in two different directions, like they about to split you in half. You're like, no. And you got some good news coming across your path. You only want to be in the middle of nothing. Yeah, you've already bought into some kind of a fairy tale in your life and ended up being a nightmare. So I'm saying no thank you. No thank you. Could have been a Virgo involved in something. You're like, nope. You've already ended up in something, ended up being a nightmare. So, member of your soul tribe. A lot of people buy into, like I said, fairy tales about stuff and it ends up being a nightmare. So it says, once you physically have already tried something and end up being a nightmare, why would you go back to sleep? Like, wake up. Why would you go back to sleep? Something has already been a nightmare for you. Yeah. Yeah. You've already done the shadow work. This right here. See this little cute cat shadow? Nothing that somebody can say about you behind your back is going to bother you because you've already done your own shadow work. And so that's what you're basically letting people know is like, why do you let what people say about you behind your back bother you? You over here living your best life and people still don't want to do the shadow work. They still worried about every time somebody say the narcissist word. Oh, they must be talking about you. They must be talking about me. They call me a narcissist. Scribbling stuff down. Like, come off that frequency. Come off that frequency, because if that same energy was saying, oh, that person really inspired and motivated, they wouldn't hear that because they're on a low frequency. They on their low frequency. So if somebody says, oh, they call somebody to have low self-esteem, oh, scribbling stuff down, because that's the frequency that they're on. So it's saying you're going to wake up because you're successful. Successful and joyous. A light has been shown on something. You have found your star. So yeah, you're not going back to being confused. It does not produce any results. You're not going back to being confused. Right? You're not falling for the bait anymore. You're not falling for the bait and switch. Soulmate energy just means kindred spirits. That is it. It does not mean it's going to develop into something romantic. It could. If it does, that's great. But it could mean even exes sometimes get along just well. They might realize, hey, we may not have been successful in this area, but in this area, we're better successful. So, hey, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. You over there, they over there. But karmic relationships, they always looping people into their mess all the time, but they're not trying to do the energy work. So Source is saying, listen, you don't know the difference between the two. You trying to live your best life. You successful. Your ancestors already set some stuff up where they pass you the ball. You just got to get it in. That's what you try to tell somebody. Like, you already found your star. Yeah, you and somebody already found their star. You found your light, your north node, your 10th house. Right? You only talking about other things. You talking about expansion. They still talking about other stuff, child. Who in the world got time for that? Anyway, you're moving on. Moving on. So yeah, so you and your person, either y'all are already together or y'all gonna be coming together soon. Y'all are talking about expansion. Life is going great. Like I said, you're making money. You feel like you and your person is a team, or y'all coming together as a team. You're going to just take a walk and get some sunlight. That's how you're going to recharge and reset, Taurus. You're going to take a walk because you're an earth sign, get some grounding while you're out there, and recharge. So you can go ahead and close out a cycle and move on with your life. Yeah. People got to do their own work. They got to do their own shadow work. You can't do their shadow work for them. You cannot. Karma does not miss anybody. I don't care who you are. You can't run. Well, you could go to the moon. It's going to get you there too. So, but yeah, some people, Source is just trying to tell you that there's some energies that they don't want you to do. They would rather sit there and tell you that they familiar with this and familiar. You just gossip. Bring about a bunch of mess. Anyway, so yeah, fast changes. Things happen suddenly in a short period in a hurry. So take bold steps forward. Yeah, so somebody's going to go take a walk and do your cleansing from the sunlight. Remember, we had a full moon in Leo, so Leo is ruled by the sun, so you're getting some sunlight, flexibility. Yeah, because I feel like somebody was being pulled in a whole lot of different directions, like an octopus, right? So adaptability, adapt slowly by using versatility, compromise, adaptation, change, etc. Be flexible in your methods. Yeah, you're learning how to be flexible. You're learning how to be not be so fixed in your energy. Not be so fixed in your energy, right? So you're celebrating, right? So plan for a joyful future. Plan for a joyful future. Yeah. There's plenty of like I said, somebody found their star, somebody found their soulmate. Focus, right? Yeah, you're shedding. You're gone through a rebirth, right? Instead of you talking about somebody's a snake, you got chopped the head of a snake off. Instead of all of that, you're also remembering that Moses' staff turned into a snake. Somebody's learning that there's talking about duality here. Your whole conversation is changing. Somebody is really realizing that somebody had either a Kundalini experience or a spiritual awakening. The scales from your eyes have been removed. You're really realizing what soulmate is, your soul tribe. Somebody is moving forward, recognizing that it's time to break away from these karmic relationships that don't want to go through a transformation. They want to stay stuck in purgatory. The whole idea of living their best life involves somebody else being extinguished. They don't want somebody else to be happy because misery loves company. So sanctity. Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. Yeah, some of these energies, they assume that people have not gone through hell already, so they just want to see them go through worse. They don't want to do the energy work. So Source is saying, yeah, nothing is yet set in stone. So Source is trying to help you to learn how to be mutable. So it's like a rush of water. See this right here? You could be going through murky, feel like you're going through murky waters right now. Just trying to adapt, like trying to come out of being fixed on something. Yeah, fiery climax approaches, and Aries is involved in something. So it's full moon energy. Somebody could be fighting mad about something, but they are ruled by a Tower card, right? Are ruled by a Tower card. Tower card is the energy planet. It's fighting spirit. That is Mars, right? A total recall of some things. You're having a total recall of some things, but Mars is the action and assertion planet. It's a planet of competition, survival, strength, capacity for action, fighting spirit, energy, vitality, conflict, sexual drive, anger, courage, and daring. Some people may not know how to use their fire, but when we talk about the ages of zodiac signs in terms of the age of an Aries, that would be, it represents between the ages of 0 through 7 years old, or 1 through 7 years old. So if it's on the dark side of that, imagine a kid that's between the ages of 1 through 7 years old not getting their way and throwing a full-on tantrum until they get their way. That's for them as a power struggle, right? But imagine being in the presence of a high vibrating Aries. They know how to use their power for good. They're like, oh, karma will take care of that. I'm not wasting my energy on that. I'll let the tower fall that way. I'm already taken care of. I already prayed about it, gave it to Source. Let's move on to make some power moves. We got expansion on the horizon. So that's what Source is trying to help somebody to learn how to do. But let's see what lies beneath to see why a fiery climax is what lies beneath, Taurus. What lies beneath? What is going on? Yeah, what's going on? Because you're right now, I feel like you're just in too high vibrating spirit. So I don't know who this is for, but you've already gone down some kind of rabbit hole. You're back on your throne. Somebody doesn't want to be between something. You don't want to be in the middle of something. Yeah. Sexual protection. Fulfilling a fantasy. Oh, Lord. So burning, somebody trying to burn some evidence. What evidence somebody got? Tired of drama. Child, who is burning evidence and tired of drama? I hate nothing about you. What does that mean? Depression. Yeah, somebody did some stuff. Yeah, so this is saying check yourself. But, yeah, expecting a new beginning. So somebody could have a baby on the way. Or, just like I have a baby on the way, recording, announcement, expression, revealing. destroyed, shattered, broken, effed up. Oh, Lord. It's just a lot of stuff that's going on that for you, you're like, your life is going too good in a good direction. You don't want to be in the middle of nothing. So detach from karmic relationships. If somebody is getting you in the middle of some stuff, no matter how long you've known them, and do you feel like you're being pulled in the middle of a teenage battle, so it's just like, if your life is going well, detach. That's a karmic relationship. Detach. And people are gonna be talking about some stuff. Oh, I did this for you. I did that for you. Did you do it because you wanted to, or you do it because one day you're gonna throw it up in your face? Like, what was the reason why somebody did something for you? Because they're gonna one day throw it in your face. So let's pull a few more cards and let's go ahead and close this out, Taurus. But somebody is just tired of, almost being in survival mode. Your ancestors worked way too hard for you to be in survival mode because somebody jumped to some conclusions about some stuff and just try to toss you in the middle of some mess, right? So you're learning how to see things from a higher frequency. You're actually learning how to really enjoy your own success. You're really learning how to put the spotlight on yourself, but in a very healthy way, like learning how to nurture yourself. Somebody's confidence level is increasing, right? Yeah, don't hide. Dare to dream big. There it is. Remind yourself that everything is possible. Don't hide your talents and abilities, but use them to build your world. Yeah, your confidence level is building. Yeah, your confidence level is building. And these energies want to be responsible for your confidence level building, but they are not your God. I mean, they're not. The creator is inside of you. So don't hide what source put inside, the creator put inside of you. Do it. I can't say it. Do it your way. Right? You were never meant to fit in. Okay, listen. You were never meant to fit in, Taurus. You were born to be wild and free of nature. Here to build new and better worlds. Allow yourself to go with that. I'm telling you, your ancestors are like, look, they didn't cross bodies of water. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what your skin color is. It doesn't matter whatever. Somebody's ancestors crossed bodies of water for you to expand. But you got some karmics that came together and decided they wanted to divide. So it's just like, that's not your spirit. Something you were built for something. So they're using the improper use of their element to put a fire up under you. But for you, it's no problem. You're not meant to struggle and fight your way through, Taurus. Drop the concerns of your ego and watch imaginary walls crumble away. You've already won. That's what I have. I don't even have to say nothing else. Let your ancestors do the talking. They've been talking. You just need to listen. That's what I have for you. Bye.